want to be a part of this? No? Okay. Yeah, you be a part of the live. Hey, buddy. Hello. I know, things are so weird. Hello, people who just joined. I just started this. This is Mira. Some of you may have seen her, some of you may not have. She is my potato. Hello. So really with this live, I just wanted to open it up and answer questions if anybody has them, because I realize on my more recent lives that I've just primarily been interviewing other people who I thought that you would find very interesting, and certainly I find very interesting. And there are questions that have been coming through that I have not been able to answer. So I wanted to make a live where I can answer things. And it is my pre-birthday, yes. My birthday is tomorrow. So green looks so good. Thank you. This is a gift. Somebody gifted it to me. So I'm actually wearing gifts. This is, oh my goodness. Here's the thing. I have up on my wall, whenever somebody gives me something or like sends me a card or something like that, I always put it on the wall so that I don't forget. And the wall is upstairs. But this was a gift. I am going to be posting on my Instagram that wall, but I'm going to be scratching out people's last names just for, the safety of their identity. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you. So, yeah. This wasn't from Holly, but anyway, yeah. I'm wearing gifts today, so that's cool. Let's see. I did get a question. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you. And thank you for the well wishes on the dress. As I said, it was a gift, so thanks for that. Hello, Pennsylvania. I talked to 3 people in consultations from Pennsylvania this week. That just so happened to happen. I don't know, feel called to go to Pennsylvania, which is actually going to happen. I'm just talking to Kat about it, aka Spooktastics, who I adore. And if there's anybody that I do paranormal investigations with, it's definitely her. I don't know everybody, but she and I certainly vibe. We have a good time, and I respect the morals that she keeps for her ghost. P.S. Yes, I am adjusting this because I think it's supposed to be like that. Yeah. Burp. So from Tennessee, hello. What's my favorite city to explore for the paranormal? I'm biased to Wilmington. That's where I am now, Wilmington, North Carolina. I had a huge spiritual awakening here, and I'm going to tell you all a story that happened today. So there's a place called Tony's. It's an Italian, like American Italian joint here in Wilmington. It's on Front Street, which is in the main thoroughfare of downtown. And I had been there years ago, and I really picked up on haunted stuff, but at the time I wasn't open enough to understand like what was happening. So I went back today for the first time in years, and Jay and I sat in the back away from other people because people. But it was like this really funny thing. It's like I was hearing a number of guys talking, and one was like, I think she can hear us. Do you think she can hear us? Yeah, she can hear us. Yeah, see that? She reacted. She heard what I said. It's like these guys having a conversation. And so then like one of them is like, let's go talk to her. Yeah, let's go talk to her. So like 5 guys are coming over. It's spirits, by the way, for anybody who might be confused. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And basically Rupert had been shielding a little bit to be a little bit less obvious, just as we can shield in spirit. Spirits can also shield in spirit. But he made himself more known. And he kind of like stepped out in front, and he was just like, hey guys. And the men like looked at him and they were like, oh, we know you. Is that the guy? I think that's the guy. Yeah, that's the guy. They're referring to how he helped to get rid of George. It's gossip. Molly spread it. There's a whole secret world of ghosts, my friends. And I wasn't aware of it. And honestly, if you had told me about it 3 years ago, I would have been like, no way. P.S. for anybody who's like, whoa, have I missed the thing on George? You have not. If you notice, my reenactments are happening right now in October of 2021. what happened with George when he was removed from the courthouse happened in November of 2021. So all of that's coming. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to film that. It probably won't be a reenactment because I'd have way too many characters to play. It's funny to think that 2 years ago, I was regularly talking with a spirit that was in the house that I was renting at the time, and then I was talking to George. And now, only 3 years later, I'm speaking with a lot of folks, including some of your folks. That has been like one of the coolest experiences when I'm able to connect with people through consultations and connect with their loved ones and connect them with their loved ones. And one of the things that I do for my consultations are, and the reason why I call them consultation rather than just like readings, is I want people to leave with things that they can do to connect with their loved ones, so that it's not this, oh, I have to hire a medium in order to do it. No, you do not. Everybody has the ability to connect with spirits. It's just a matter of believing your intuition, believing your gut responses, believing in yourself, and start the conversation. A lot of them have already started it. They're just kind of waiting for us to catch up. So that's one of the things in consultations I always ask, either the past loved one or the ghost in someone's house, if they're getting along well, or a spirit guide. I'm always like, okay, how do they call out to you? What would you prefer? What signs are you giving? Because my favorite thing is when people email me and they say, I started doing that thing, and they're starting to get results. So that's been the coolest thing for me. I just through my personal journey feeling I too felt at one point, I was like, oh, I have to hire a medium if I'm ever going to talk to my loved ones, even though I could feel them around me. It was my own self-doubt. So if I can help others to not have that doubt by having a simple conversation with them, that's what I want to do. I want people to be able to confidently connect on their own and understood that they are loved and they're being heard by their loved ones. So that was a small tangent. Cheers. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. Oh my goodness, so much has changed in a year. It is wild. Tomorrow is my actual birthday, February 7th. Am I ever going to tell Felicity's story? I don't know it. That's the thing. Felicity is a friend of Danny at the Railroad Museum, and she's very, very quiet. She generally doesn't speak in words. It's more feelings and the occasional picture. So I don't know her story. And as far as all of that's concerned, if she wants to share it with me, that's great. If she doesn't, I understand. So that's Felicity's story. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. What did Molly say to the other ghosts about getting rid of George? She told them most of the truth, I think. I feel like the truth would be far more fun. She may have played up her part in it a bit more, but this is me wondering that. I'm not saying, because I'm not a part of ghost gossip. In fact, whenever I ask her about it, she's always like, why do you want to know? And I'm like, because obviously I want to know. And she's like, what? It's what we talk about. We can talk about these things. And I'm like, I know, but so yeah. How long for someone to pass until you contact them? I would say, because it varies for each person, and something to consider is that spirits do not adhere to our idea of time. I channeled someone yesterday who had been, was it yesterday? I think it was the day before. He had been passed for 5 years, and I connected with him on this, and he was just like, no. And I said, according to our time. And the reason why he was confused primarily was because he had a more tragic situation, and it caused him a lot of confusion. So really always go with what you're feeling on that. Trust yourself. Like, ask yourself, should I be contacting them? Should I wait? Can I get a sign or something like that? Yeah, you always ask yourself first and then see what answer you get, see what feeling you get. I always tell people that checking in with yourself in the present is always the most important before looking into the future. Mira, did you bring her down here to show her off?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
Because she did not like it, but it's what I expected.
I have news. Yeah, let's build up to it. So, my friend Sorsha, who a lot of you have seen on lives before, she's wonderful. At her workplace today, somebody abandoned a puppy. We don't know if we're going to be keeping the puppy, but we did take it in because we didn't want her to be sent off to a high-kill shelter. Not that Sorsha would do that, but...
No, but in the area where she works, that's all there is.
Yeah. So we are fostering a puppy until we figure things out. We're going to take her to the vet tomorrow. She was literally found today. Jay just gave her a bath. And so far, Mira's just trying to figure out puppy.
And she's
so
still shivering.
Everybody, you can...
Let me come on in.
Yeah.
Because she hated it.
We've nicknamed her Amelia, and we've been calling her Millie.
Look at Millie.
Aw, she's like, why did you bathe me?
Yeah, see, she's still shivering.
Yeah.
She'll get over it.
Why did you put a wet dog in your cardigan?
It's okay, I don't care.
She was playing and running around earlier.
Yeah.
They had a really good time. It's
Yeah,
just
they
because
did.
she just had a bath.
She also, yeah, it's weird because she loves...
You want to roll around?
You want to roll around? I'm not trying to cut in, I'm just
Oh,
going to sit down
you're
while
welcome
she's
to
here.
cut in.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk, get in the frame.
Okay, and now she's fine. Now she's not shivering. Well, look how crazy I look.
Well, yes.
Okay, so now you want it.
Yeah. You just have to run around and... Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all acclimating very well. Roger has already decided that he's still the king of the castle. That's our cat. Actually, would you mind turning the heat off on that?
Yes, I got you.
I thought I would need it. Somebody says, hi Jay, hi Jimothy and Rupert. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, sure, like Jay's gonna let her go. We're figuring it out. Wow, how did I turn into the most logical one in this family today? I'm the air sign of this group. I don't understand how this happened. Where are we? So we didn't want to leave the bus. We decided that for our career, we had to leave the bus. We were both taking many online calls, so we couldn't do that at the same time. Like, one of us was having to go outside to take these calls because we were living in an 8x20 space. That's feet, by the way, for anybody who's not around. Oh my goodness. For all of you, like, keep the puppy. Yeah. Part of me wants to be like, fund the puppy, but we don't know. We're gonna take her to the vet tomorrow and see her, get out of here, see what her conditions are and that sort of thing. And then we will decide from there. We have not sold the bus yet, we still have it parked in the same location. I honestly really miss it a lot. I love living the tiny life. I love being sustainable. We made this move because it was time. It was just, wow, you just rolled into the tripod.
And she did the puppy thing where she's like,
She's like,
and then just,
yeah.
Oh, I know, sweetie. It's itchy because you're not used to it.
Her paws look cleaner.
Your paws look a lot cleaner. I'm about to put your flea collar on.
Yes, if it seems like I'm entirely heartless, it's because before we have more answers on our living situation and what we're doing for this puppy, I'm being reserved on my emotions. You will not see me like this with Mira or Roger because I'm like, you're mine. Millie is adorable and sweet, and we love her very much already. We're just trying to figure out logistics. So, how's Rupert? He's like standing off over there. He's like, fine.
Rupert, this isn't a new experience for you.
Yep. He's just like, I think it's because I almost get the feeling like he was relieved that I was actually more of the center of a life for once, and he's like, good, I don't have to talk about things. And then now he's like, do I have to speak now? My mantle is moving a lot. Actually, no, it's the tripod that's moving because we have a roly-poly dog down here. Yeah, that's what it is. But if anybody sees anything in the mirror, do let me know. If you hear like grumbles, that's Mira. I wonder if are they I know.
They're excited grumbles, though.
Yeah. It's okay. It is.
Yes,
okay.
there's another dog.
She also makes these noises for ghosts. I don't understand. But now she's making that. See, okay, everybody has to look now.
Yeah, they have to.
Look at this. Look at this ridiculousness. Also, enjoy Jay's legs. Wow, Jay. Wow, even Millie doesn't know what to do with your legs.
I know, me neither. They're not even mine.
No one knows what to do. Something about Mira, we adopted her when she was 5. And she had many, many puppies. I don't think she had a lot of time with them. So it's interesting seeing her behavior with a puppy.
Yeah.
Look at that little frog. Look at that little roly-poly thing.
Because that's the thing. They had so much fun earlier.
They were just running around. It was ridiculous.
Just running around and chasing each other and doing the bounce. And it's just, I've never seen Mira like that. And I don't think she ever had the chance to be either with her own litter or any litters that she had, you know?
Yeah, it was likely she was, well, they're out of frame now. Or you might get Mira's tail occasionally. But, oh, they're back in frame. Okay. Here are the endorphins you didn't know that you were getting tonight.
Yeah, you see all the weird, like, puppy, I'm just gonna fall over everything.
Yeah, like, she doesn't know what to do with herself.
What are you doing, Millie? Oh. Oh, by the way, I don't know if Rebecca told you her full name, by the way. So, it's Amelia. But her full name is Amelia Earhart.
Enjoy.
I wanted to name her, Catherine Zeta-Bones or Shinito Collar, but that was a hard no.
People saying serotonin.
Come for Rebecca, stay for
Stay for the puppies. That's fine.
Can to go see the dogs? Yup.
Oh, you're the one who drawed Okay. So I'm gonna respond to, because your name is Julia. You emailed me. I am going to respond to your comment. Thank you. So that all of you can see who I'm talking about, and then maybe go to this person's page, because you drew a rendition of Jimothy that I wanted to share. So hold one moment. I brought my laptop just to share it because I'm glad that you're on. Because I haven't actually shown him yet. Also, Jimothy thinks the dog is his. He's already adopted the dog.
Thinks is the operative word.
Okay.
Mine.
So yeah, Julia is your name. And you emailed me this sketch you did of Jimothy, and I actually have your website pulled up because I'd love to share this probably on my Instagram. P.S. I have an Instagram. Would love for people to follow. I share, if I'm sharing other people's work there, I always tag them and give them credit. But anywho, look. Oh man, hold on. I'm gonna turn off the light. Look at that. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's the drawing, which she emailed me to be, which, by the way, if you want to be sure that your comments, drawings, you name it, actually for sure gets to me, please email me or send it through a contact form on my website. That is the only for sure way to get things through to me. The DMs do not work. I do not DM. I keep telling people that. I am swamped in DMs right now. Please do not DM me if you really want an answer.
Should you say it again?
Please send me an email. I think that's the most like millennial thing I can say. Please send me an email, not a DM. Thank you so much. Hello, Spooktastics. I was just talking about you and our adventures. What was I doing? Jimothy. Yes. Okay. Okay. I just got from him. I'll turn this back on. I just. Ooh, that was really bright.
God.
Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll turn it on this one. Oh, that's warm.
What do you think?
Huh? Okay. Jay, if you're gonna keep whispering like that, could you not? Thank you so much. And making crinkly noises. My goodness.
I'm almost done with the crinkly noises.
Is it the flea collar?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
It doesn't have fleas, but there was traces of fleas. So
yeah, so we're like, okay.
yeah.
No, don't go
We're just
away.
trying to be
I
really
need
careful
you.
because we don't know what she's got. Anyway.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to get it right what Jimothy just said when he saw this because he was like, that's me? Okay, he immediately just went into, I should show Fanny that. Like, I know she can see me, but I should show her that because I should say that's what I really look like. By the way, this is very good. Like, Jimothy specifically, whenever I'm channeling him to start getting into description, he always throws different images at me, and most recently it's been Jack Dawson from Titanic. So this, spot on. Spot on for what he wants. Just like his name. I mean, that's Jimothy. That's what he is. Like, he prefers the imagery that is created sometimes more than the image himself. I'm just, okay. Basically, it was like, huh? That's not an insult. That's a, that's, I mean, that's the picture that he's painting for all of us, right? The kind of like, I'm very handsome and I'm very tall. I mean, yeah. Julia just said, I mean, fair, Jimothy. I would want to look like Jack Dawson too. So we're all in agreement. I am going to print that out and put it up in Jimothy's room, which is now Millie's room. This is why Jimothy's also like, she's my dog.
She's my dog.
Yeah, oh my goodness. You are just so... Okay, more serotonin, everybody. Look at this dog.
Look at that belly.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Mira, we're not ignoring you. Come here. Hey.
You want to come here? Come here. More serotonin. Oh my... Like, the dog doesn't even know what to do with herself.
Because I just put the flea collar on and she's like, what the hell is this?
That's good. Yeah, get her used to wearing a collar.
Yeah, now.
Because whether it's with us or whether it's with somebody else, you are definitely going to have a great family.
Yeah, but there's one right now.
She's like, there's a thing on my neck. You know, I love it too, because Roger, we gave him a collar like a year ago, and he had never worn one, but he was so chill about it. Look at, oh my goodness. You don't even...
The thing is, they sound distressed, but that's Mira's happy moans.
Yeah, that's just... She's wagging her tail. She's not upset or anything like that. You want to come here? You know, you're my girl. You're my lady.
You're the internet's lady.
How would I describe Rupert? Well, I did write down the conversation and do a reenactment on what his face felt like. It's a 4-part bit, if anybody wants that. Ooh, here's a question. Jay, how about you describe Rupert? I just got... He doesn't have to.
But I'm going to! I mean, tall is obvious. You don't need me to say that. And especially since he stopped hunching over, he's even taller.
He was partly hunching over, not to scare me, because I am a short person, and I wasn't picking up on it because my perception wasn't as strong when I first met him. But now he's standing up straight because he finds that powerful, I guess. I don't know.
Brown hair, like a chestnut almost.
No, he's got blonde hair.
For me, it's dusky.
Huh?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Dusky.
I saw him when things were going down. I have no idea what you've released now. You talked about it. And it was dark.
Jay doesn't watch my videos.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was dark in that room. And I saw it as dusky, and it's always kind of been that way to me since. But I always see things in almost a darker shade.
Yeah, you do. Almost like a gray tone, like a gray scale.
No, not as far as color, as far as like dusky, like dusk. Like, that's not the right use of the word, but I see things as if they were dusk. There's more shadow, there's more definition when it comes to light play versus features.
Okay. And that's fair.
Yeah.
That's the thing, we all perceive a little bit differently depending on our psychic gifts, and this is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Also, look at them.
They're going crazy.
Where are they? There they are.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Oh, yeah. I love you too.
Look, you are ridiculous. What
She
is
hates
this
the
dog?
color.
Yeah, she hates it. I hope y'all like puppies, because apparently this live is being taken over by dogs.
That's the new channel direction. That's the new.
Followed for ghosts, stayed for dogs.
Yeah, follow for ghosts, stay for dogs.
Mira, honey.
Millie didn't like that. As soon as she said that, she's like,
Oh, my cord is getting all tangled up. Anywho, yeah, people are like, okay with it. Rupert's standing over there, like, he's like, are you going to bring attention to me with the camera?
why are you eating a feather?
Thank you, Lisa.
Hey, that's not for you.
So, it's funny, Saoirse and I were making a joke about how he has a tendency to stand in doorways. And I asked him last night, I was like, is that like a sentry thing? Like, do sentries do that? And he was like, I hadn't thought of it.
That's not yours, Mira. She's allowed to have a toy. She is.
We're introducing toys because the dog is kind of teething, so she's like chewing on everything. So it's kind of a sensory overload.
It really is.
Not the ghost. Everything that's happening like here.
I can take her up there if you want.
I let her chew. That seems to be good. She's like chewing on the rope.
But you
That's
can
good.
chew up there, is my point.
Well, no, I'm saying like she's fine right there.
Okay.
It's more like when Mira's like making a bunch of noises
Yeah.
and then. Yeah, you're getting to see me clinical and a little bit cold right now because once again, we don't know if we're able to keep really. So I'm trying to be level-headed about it. Go figure, Rupert and I are both being level-headed about it, whereas Jimothy's like, oh great, I get a dog. I thought I was gonna have a fish for my birthday. I got a dog. And I'm like, and then Jay's over here like, it's my dog. And so yeah, I was thinking about getting Jimothy a fish for his actual birthday because remember he had told us originally that he was born in January. Mira, honey, are you gonna take down the light? Anywho, he told us originally that he was born in January. That was a lie. Yes, ghosts can lie, and I had a feeling that it was, but I was like, let's go with it. Why not? And then we asked him what he enjoyed doing for what he enjoyed doing for his actual birthday, and he showed us picking berries for pie that his mother would make. Berries and like the scenery that we saw was summertime, so we outed him.
Yeah.
We outsmarted him. I didn't mean to, but I was like, oh yeah.
Like it was full on, like out of spring, properly into summer.
Mira. Okay. You have ropes, you know. You have your own ropes. You have 2 ropes. Yeah, I know there's a dog right there. You've met the dog. Oh, that's a quarter. Jay, please get the...
Do not eat that. God. Yes,
I don't really do young babies, animals. There goes my dog. Dear.
I got it.
Thank you. Today's been a little stressful.
What a day, guys, gals, and non-binary pals.
So that's been a thing. Thank you, Jay. Let's see how bright this turns on. Wow. Let's see. Pat's in the cave, yes. Did you tell Jimothy he will get pimples on his tongue for fibbing? Ooh, that sounds painful.
Still training her.
As she rolls over like she doesn't know what she
Go
literally...
upstairs is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, do you want to hang out with her upstairs?
That's what I was asking. Is that better for you? Because Mira will chill out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I feel like such like the mean parent to be like, take the dog upstairs. This is why, like, when I adopted Mira, she was 5. I just like adults. So, like, having patience for young beings, I'm like, there are people in this world that are really good at that, and I love you, and I greatly appreciate you. You have a very important place in this universe. Yeah, puppies are very energetic, for sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. Anywho, I think I'm back or something. Somebody says, Rupert, come to the camera. He took like a step closer, but he's still not in the frame. That's cool. He's like over... He was standing kind of like between the doors for a little bit. He usually stands over there. We also have some house spirits who I haven't fully introduced yet because we're still getting to know them and I want to respect them. So, but they like to hang out on the stairs as well. People are like, come on, Rupert. Jimothy's over here. He's just fine. He's going back and forth between like hanging out with the puppy and like hanging out here. Mira, honey.
Okay, up we go.
This is like, okay, for some of you who have young kids and they can like be doing like they talk a lot. Like I've even booked quick chats and people book quick chats and consultations with me and they'll have like young children, which, you know, it's their time with me, so it's whatever they want or can do. Though when their child starts talking, I'm not trained to be able to still hear them over like child words. That is a thing. I feel confident in saying that is a learned skill that I just do not possess. However, I do possess it with Mira when she's making her weird noises. So for anybody who is like, what in the world, do something about the dog or whatever, that's because she makes those noises a lot. So somebody said they can see Rupert, they can't see Jimothy. Rupert, when he wants to, can send out a basically a more obvious vibration. So that might be why you can see Rupert rather than Jimothy.
Say goodbye, Millie.
You're putting her with the...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way to get her up.
And you can see Jimothy over Rupert. That's fascinating. You know, it's just like with people, like we sometimes recognize some people over other people more. Like we just see them, and it's not like just a literal seeing. It's just like we notice them. So that's fascinating. It's just like with some spirits, like some people are like, oh, you haven't met that ghost? And I'm like, did they want to talk to me? I don't know. How do you protect a 4-year-old from spirits? Teach them that they are powerful and listen. Listen to them when they tell you things. Even if it's imagination. Let's say everything that they're saying is imagination. I would say it would mean more if you say, all right, well, let's talk about how to face your fears. Let's talk about things that you can do. Let's talk about the power you have within yourself. I had a consultation with a woman whose son was not speaking. He was 3 or 4 at the time. He happened to be autistic and his words were not coming as quickly. And she was so worried because she didn't always know when he was seeing something. It was just like all of a sudden he'd be very afraid. So I said, all right, does he like superhero movies? She says, no, but he really likes Star Wars. And I said, okay, perfect. Tell him that he has the Force. And tell him whenever he's trying to move something away, do something like a very specific hand motion. Practice it with him. Tell him that when he shoots out energy, he's shooting it out for real. And I tell that to adults too. When we're shielding, it's merely us believing that we can, and so we do. I think Mira's going to find Millie again. She's like, where did Pupper go? You're gonna go up and check in on Millie? You can if you want. Or do you want to stay down here with me? You don't know. Okay. Thing move across the screen. There is a little bit of dust in there. I'm not entirely sure where it came from. But if it was perfectly circular and seemed to kind of go against the grain, that could have been an orb. Would not be surprising to me. In this house, we have 3 ghost cats and 2 people. And then we have people who are walking around on the street too, and 2 women who are across the street. That's what we've been able to pick up on so far. And then, of course, Jimothy and Rupert. They came in. It looked like White Wisp. Ooh, I'll have to replay that. I'm going to be posting this as a recording on YouTube later. So I will have to look at that. Yeah, Roger loves the ghost cats. It's kind of wild. He doesn't always respond well to real cats, but ghost cats, he runs around and plays with them all the time. He doesn't hiss at them or scratch at them or anything. He'll just like play tag with them. It's fascinating. I love the debate on, was it an orb, was it a wisp, was it a hair? That's good. How are things going with Jimothy and Fanny? For anybody who was wondering who's Fanny, I picked up on her being there just before I did the first live with Molly. This was months ago. And she actually sat down at the table and started answering questions for us. But I knew when she said that she had short hair that it wasn't Molly. Which, by the way, my clairvoyance is mind's eye. It is sometimes physical eye, but it's primarily mind's eye. Awesome. She wants to sit. Life is so hard. Life is just so hard. So thank you for the birthday wishes. Mira. What? What, dog? My goodness. Anywho, going back to Fanny. So I knew of her being around, but right before the live, and then TikTok ate the live. It was the first day of Mercury in retrograde. I think it was the last one of 2021. So what was I thinking? But I'm actually gonna change this. It seems a little extreme. That's warmer. Anyway, so my dog just wooing. Woo, woo. So, yes, girl, get comfortable. For anybody who's wondering what's going on with Mira. She's good. Fanny. Yes, okay. So, Fanny, I don't want to go into too many details. She doesn't speak very much. She, due to family struggles, she had a very hard time of it. And from what I know about how she passed, it was very sad. And she did pass young. I don't even think she made it to her 20s. So she's always been lovely. She's always been so kind. We know that she used to dance. She is usually wearing something of the flapper era. And I remember there was a time when Jimothy came to me, and all of this is going to be reenactments at some point. Basically, Jimothy came to me and he was just like, I would like someone to love, I guess, essentially. He's like, oh, don't use that word. So yeah, I also asked Molly at some point, and that's a reenactment that's coming out, if she knew somebody that maybe he could talk to. So it's been a few months, and Jimothy been talking, and he's doing really well. We're all very proud of him. As I said, Fanny is lovely. It was actually after his birthday party that we had on the live. We invited her and Molly over. Yes, they can travel. It just takes a bit more energy. But with assistance from Adam, who I've said is Sorcia's spiritual companion. He's very good about traveling. He's the one who taught Jimothy how to travel. Yeah, we had her over for a few hours, and we played some music from her time period to help jog some memories. Both Jay and I did some ballet, and she was actually projecting imagery of her knowing the steps before we even did them. And we have really high hopes for her because she's really lovely. And Molly is really, really protective of her, which is really, really beautiful. They're from entirely different time periods. They only met in spirit. And I even wonder if, because of the attention that I was giving Molly, that if she just kind of rolled out, thank you for the roses, and just kind of woke up a little bit more. But Molly's always been very protective of her, which has been really beautiful. Are they always with me, or do I have to reach out to them? It depends. So Rupert hangs out a lot, but I know he does other things too. Like he has friends now, like he's like popular. There's a video that's gonna be coming out later this month of like a spirit who I connected with through someone in a consultation, and she was very aware of him and like that kind of thing. And the guy one day just like showed up at the bus, and I woke up and I heard them laughing on the roof of the bus. And I was like, what? And basically he was still around by the next morning, and I was like, hey dude, what are you doing over here? And he's like, oh well, I thought I'd say hi, but it was really just here to see Rupert. We had a good time. I think that was the first time that I was like, spirits can consume drinks and actually feel something from them. What? Blew my mind. So yeah, Rupert like is living it up, I guess. He's like living it up. Like, thank you for the flowers. You do hear chimes. I have wind chimes out there on the porch. Soft chimes, yes. Thank you for all the gifts, everybody. I really appreciate it. But yeah, Jimothy, as far as like things that he does, sometimes he's around, sometimes he just likes to follow to see where I'm going, and sometimes all of us walk the dog together. I guess now dogs. And then I think of like my past loved ones. My grandmother, I usually have to call her. She's usually with my cousin's kids. And then my grandpa, I usually have to call him too. Usually my grandma will call him for me, which is great. Very much like how they were in life. He's usually out in Oklahoma with my family out there. Spirit guides, once again, it's just like calling up like a phone number, just being like, hey. Sometimes it's like a text, like, hey, what do I do here? Did I make a mistake? But yeah, you can do the same thing. Loved ones, spiritual friends, guides. It's like once you figure out how they feel energetically, then it's like knowing their number. So, but yeah, mine kind of come and go. I actually did an orbit reading for myself in full today. Orbit readings are something that I started doing because I wanted more organization when it came to spirits that were around other people. And so I took my stone dowsing kit, which I've collected over many years, just different bits and bobs that mean different metaphors for me. And basically I start out with someone as if they were a star in their universe, in their spiritual universe. And I put that object down. I pull using my clairsentience, and I connect with their energy in order to do so, in order to know what to pull. Usually my eyes are closed and I work my hand like a claw machine, and they're working the mechanics. So I don't know where my hand's going to fall. But I take an object for the person, and then I keep pulling until I get a no. I found out I have 5 bands outside of my, like, on my gravitational pull. When I say bands, I mean like how close spirits are. That doesn't mean that they can't move around, depending on where you are in life and that sort of thing. Though, yeah, it was really cool. I'm actually going to share that on my Instagram, my personal orbit reading, as I call it. But it's just a really great way to organize, and it's something that I recommend to other people if you've got a lot of folks around you and you're just trying to figure out who's talking and that kind of thing. You can use clairsentience or clairaudience or claircognizance to, you know, pick out different things and be like, are you the one talking? No. Okay. Are you the one talking? No. Okay. Are you the one talking? Yes. Cool. Ask yourself yes or no questions. It's wild. If you just ask yourself questions, you likely have answers. Go with your gut. Folks are, Full George story is coming. We are not caught up to that. That happened in November. I'm doing reenactments from October. I recently did a reenactment for Molly where I basically said, hey, I need space and time in between these reenactments to keep my head on straight. I also have to decide what I'm going to share publicly and what I'm not. Concerning George, it concerns a deity, and I have to not only check myself with all the spirits that were involved at the time, I also have to check with her. So there's a lot of checks. I'm getting good feelings about it, that it'll be good for everybody involved for what I share, but it's not just like checking one skit with one being. It's checking a skit with, I think, how many people were there that night? Yeah, so 5 spirits. One of them was a higher, and then a deity on top of that. So a number of people spirit guides actually too. There was a battle that happened at the courthouse, and I actually wonder if some of the electrical devices fizzled a few times. But that happened in November. I'm writing a book. It'll be out in mostly full in the book, depending on what everybody agrees on. And then there are also physical people involved, other mediums who their spirits helped out. It's just like, there's a lot of checks to make. So I know everybody's like, oh, please tell us what happened. The wait will be worth it. It will absolutely be worth it. But there will be a little bit more of a wait because there's a lot to figure out. And thanks for the love. I'm glad that you're enjoying the reenactments. The book is going well. I am into draft 2. And I actually took this week off for my birthday in order to write. I'll be doing a few lives, which I'm excited about, and do check my live schedule. It's all up. And I'll be going to my hometown outside of Greensboro for the weekend to see my folks, and I'll probably make some content while I'm there too. But I'm just gonna be writing this week, and I'm super excited about that. Thanks for the early birthday stuff. Oh, I wanted to say, somebody said, do the dogs see the ghosts? Millie is so silly about everything. I don't know who she sees or what. I already feel like Jimothy's going to ensure that she sees him. But I also feel like he has enough control over how present he is that he's going to be sure that he's excited, but not overly so. Mira, my love, look at this potato. She's doing her best. I know, I'm talking about you. You're so pretty. So she sees spirits, and so does Roger. I did a reenactment with Jimothy. It was like the second one that I did from him, and he's like on top of the bus, like me playing him. But he talks about how Mira will look at him and go, like that's what she does when she sees ghosts, and then Roger just like looks. That's what he does. It's great. My birthday is tomorrow. That's February 7th. Let's see. Cumberland Gap in Tennessee. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I haven't gone there, obviously. Yeah, now that pandemic is getting a bit more sort of maybe kind of situated. I don't know. I try to still stay away from people. The good news is about spirits is they do not carry disease. So that's a thing. Did I have any children in my past lives? Yes, I did. I am an Aquarius. Yeah. I am an Aquarius sun sign. I am a Gemini rising, and I'm the Sagittarius moon. And let me tell you, that's wild. What does it mean when you can't physically see spirits, I'm assuming, but you can see images of them? That's still a kind of clairvoyance. That's called inner clairvoyance. So just like there is physical, that's all of Mira's hair. Just like there is physical clairvoyance, or physical sight of spirits, there is mental sight, I guess. That sounds mental sight. Yeah, there's inner eye, if you will. And that's something I did not know existed until I just finally figured it out. Like, as in maybe a year ago. A little over a year ago. I just thought my mental imagery was just an overactive imagination. And then I could apply it to historical situations that I had never been a part of. And then I was like, oh. There was something, oh goodness, who was I talking to about this? I think it was on a recent live, but anyway, a man showed me how he was murdered. And this was before I was shielding. This is before I knew much about anything. And I was downtown, and I felt him walking behind me. And then all of a sudden, it was first person narrative. I was looking up at a barrel of a gun. And there were people in suits around, and it was just like this wild thing. Me as him, I was on my knees, and I could hear like commotion outside, like a bar, like people were talking, and it was like I realized from him that that no one would hear the gun going off. And then after it was done, like I actually felt like this, and then I looked around and I was like, whoa, dude. And he was like, no one knows I died here. I was thrown in the river. My name is this, and I was this old. And I was like, okay. And then he walked away. Now at the time I was in a restaurant. I didn't know the history of the place that I was in. And so I was just like, none of this makes sense. Why was there a back room? Why were there people in suits? It looked like maybe the 40s. Like, none of it made sense. 6 months later, I was talking to somebody in that same bar, and they're like, oh, you know, this used to be a hotel, right? And I was like, no. And they said, yeah, it used to have 5 stories. The 4 stories above us burned down, and the bar is all that's left. And it wasn't a bar then, but it is now. It's turned into a bar post, renovation. And yeah, at the time I was just like, wow, my overactive imagination, because I could only see that in my head, and I couldn't prove it historically. I just had to wait for the right moment. So that's how inner eye clairvoyance works. Same thing works with clairaudience. I have more inner clairaudience, but I'm still fine-tuning it. It's one of my more recent skills. So things like names, numbers, I really have to rely on claircognizance for that. Because it's almost like my claircognizance is a part of my clairaudience. Like it's filling in the gaps, basically. It was a really long answer. I hope that gave some information. Oh, it was the live with Emily. Her name is Liker of Words. I posted it on my YouTube. That's where we talk a little bit more about like the clairs and that sort of thing. If you're curious about the different clair senses, please go to her page. She's got a playlist about it. She explains it very well. The reason why I haven't made content about it recently was because I was like, oh, she already did this and it's great. So people go check out her page if you're confused about the clair senses or how to strengthen them. Hello. Somebody's like, oh my gosh, hello. So let's see. How did I learn what they were telling me versus what was my imagination? I regularly ask. One, I practice a lot. I practice with my spirit guide, my go-to spirit guide, who I probably won't be sharing much about her, just personal. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. I'm kind of like, can I talk about you? She's like, what, to your people? They're not my people, but they're watching right now. She's just like, maybe not. I love her, by the way. At first I was very frustrated with her because she wouldn't give me straightforward answers. Like she would always just be like, well, do you want to go over there? And I'd be like, I don't know. Do I want to go over there? Like I'm asking you. And she would be like, I mean, I don't know. And I'd be like, huh? I think you do know. And she'd just be like, well, what do you think you should do? And I'm like, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. And she'd just be like, I mean, I don't think I would go over there. And I was just like, so I shouldn't go over there. She's like, well, you can do what you want. Like, drove me up the wall. But it's good now because she was telling me I had to trust myself. I don't remember how I got on the topic of spirit guides. Yeah, so that's her. I had a stone dowsing session with somebody this past week. And one, I recommend if you see somebody for like any kind of reading or anything like that, think about what you want specifically. Because if you say something general, then expect a general answer. I've learned that firsthand through when I used to go to other readers, and I still might go to other readers sometimes. Yeah, I find that sometimes when people say, oh yeah, I just want to know like generally what's going to happen, they will get a general answer and they'll be like, well, I wanted to know exactly what would happen with this, that, and the other. And then it's like, then why didn't you say that? Like, you not only need to let yourself know, you need to let your guides know so that they can communicate to me. I use this as an example because I used to be very like, I don't know what I want to know. But then like inside I did. I just, for some reason, wasn't asking that. So really figure out what you want, ask that of yourself, ask that of your guides. If you decide to go to a reader, if you do a reading for yourself, ask yourself the most specific question so you get the most specific answer. Can you connect only with spirits that haven't crossed over? Crossing over is, it's a personal thing, and I think sometimes we think of it like it's so final. I've connected with spirits that have reincarnated, and it's not so much them as a fully sentient being that's left behind. It's more of their essence that's been left behind, and I can still connect with that because if we know people and we still connect with their essence, they can still connect with us. It's like once again, not even a piece of them, but the essence of them. So something to consider asking yourself, are you so sure that they're entirely crossed over? And even if they are crossed over, okay, let's say that they are reconnecting with their higher selves. Why wouldn't they be able to connect with you? You just need to find the right channel. yeah, timing is weird because to spirits, it's entirely different from what we understand. I recommend do check out Soul Science Hypnosis. My past life regressionist Myra. I've done 3 lives with her now. The most 2 recent ones, she goes into how we're all playing life in our different lives and our different beings all at the same time. It's wild to try and understand because we're stuck in this skin suit and we're like, oh, but we're aging, so that must mean something specific. Spiritually, we're all right here. That is my answer. Let's see. So someone said they have what they believe are really active spirits in their home and they're asking for safe communication. So first, check in with yourself. Make sure you have a good connection with your guides and the ones who mean you well. I would recommend use your guides as a form of mediation. And if you are not well connected to your guides and you're not sure about what to do with ghosts because you've never done that before, connect with your guides first. They can help you. Whether that's help in helping you understand what the communication is, or whether that's help in saying, no, you don't need to talk to them right now. So yeah, as far as once you do that, once you have some safety measures in place, like shielding, I actually love using a pendulum because I'm in control of that and I understand that it's my connection to a spirit rather than a spirit controlling it entirely. Dowsing rods, ancient form. Some people talk through tarot, cool. Or oracle cards, cool. I would say if you want to get into more tech stuff, you can try spirit boxes. You can try ovuluses, I think that's what they're called. You can try talk to text on your phone. Just tell the spirits, though, if they're not used to being audible, I made a video about this today, tell them that they have to speak out loud. Tell them that they can't project a thought. They have to speak the thought. That might be exhausting for them at the beginning, but they can practice. People are asking how to connect to their guides. That is another thing I'm going to suggest. Go over to Liker of Words page and also check out the live that I did with Emily on, I did 2 lives recently. They're all on my Live on Location playlist on YouTube. We talk about connecting with guides. She on her playlist talks about connecting with guides, strengthening your psychic skills. We all have them. It's just a matter of figuring out what we have and strengthening it. So yes, anyone can talk to spirits. Yes, anyone can talk to their guides. Just start. Ask them things. Say, hey, literally, this is one of my favorite stories to tell people. To better trust my intuition, I would never plan my route on how to get to work. Now, this is when I was still living downtown, and I'm back living downtown again. It is a grid system, and anytime you go downhill, you're headed towards the river. So, instead of planning 15 minutes to get to work, I would plan 30. And I would basically throw up the reins and say, all right, lead me to where I need to go. And I would take a different route every single day. The thing is, though, I would notice things on that route, and I wouldn't even expect to see them. Like, I would see trees I hadn't seen before, people's yards, artwork. It was the coolest experience. And how did I trust what I was doing? It was just intuition. It was just my gut feeling. I would take a left. I wouldn't think about it. I would just do it. I wouldn't think about where I was winding up. I would think about the journey itself. Or I wouldn't think at all, and I would just let myself be led. That was happening for a while, and then one day I was just like, you know what? I want to see porch cats because it's Wilmington. They're cats on porches. They're thriving. They're good. And, you know, like I'm walking to work every day roughly the same time. I didn't always know, you know, what cats would be where. Like, not all cats are entirely outdoor cats. I don't always know if, like, they're on a time schedule for being on the porch. So I asked my guides, I was like, hey, guide me to porch cats. And every day, I would find many porch cats. So, connecting with guides, I recommend making it fun, because why not? And you basically acknowledging them and saying, hey, I'm gonna let you lead me. That's them being like, oh, sweet. You know what I mean? They're like, finally. And it's entirely for you. Don't feel like, oh, I got it wrong. You're just playing. It's practice. Be kind to yourself. And if you do this for the smaller things, when it gets to be the larger things, like, do I buy this house? Do I get married? Do I, like this, that, or the other? You'll understand what it feels like to connect with them, because you'll have practiced so much on your own for the little things. So it's building yourself up. Let's see. Going through the comments. Oh, thank you. Someone says, I can't read your name because lights, but it says that I helped you realize that your mediumship doesn't have to look a certain way. Yes. Thank you for sharing that with me, because that was something I had to learn. I remember I was talking to Erica Russo. I follow her. I took one of her mediumship classes a few years ago. And she was interviewing me for her podcast, which, if you want to listen to that, it's on my website. Look to the media tab. I think it's like the first one on there. But she was like, would you consider yourself a medium? And when she said it, I was like, nah. And she's like, you talk to ghosts. Are you sure you don't consider yourself a medium? And I was just like, nah, mediums are like, I'm not one of those people. All the while I'm talking to her, a medium. And she's like, okay, well, what's one of those people? And I'm just like, nah, I don't want the title, the standard, the people judging me, expecting something of me that I'm not. Like, I was just like, no. Thing is, one, she was right. When we're talking about channeling, psychic skills, mediumship, yeah. The thing is, though, I want to encourage people, be yourself. You don't have to be, Long Island medium. Oh, thank you, Inika. You don't have to be anything but you. You don't have to, leave your job and sell your house and, leave your family and do all this stuff to be like, oh, I speak to spirits now. Just be you. Most of the mediums I know who are like amazing, they have day jobs and they're tired at the end of the day. So channeling for a lot of people, it's not something they typically do. It's more something like they'll do for friends. If they're around and there's a spirit that needs something, they'll help as they can. It's okay to just be you and have what experiences you have and have your unique channeling abilities. Please never feel like you have to be 100%, whatever that means, or to see as other people see. There's also there's a misconception. People think that all spiritual, psychic or mediums are all clairvoyant, like they can all literally see with their physical eyes. Yeah, I could do that when I was a child, and it scared me so much I turned it off. I reopened myself. I'm starting to see more out of the corner of my eyes. I can see things better in reflective surfaces, which is super cool. And primarily, though, I reopened my mental clairvoyance, so being able to see things on the inside, and that was more like a safety precaution. You can turn off these gifts, and I say gifts, but ability, or and I did for a long time. And there's some people who contact me and they're like, hey, I'm afraid and I just want to break. And so we talk about things like shielding. We talk about things like mental health. We talk about things like, just how to feel comfortable in your own space. And some people do take a path to be like, you know what, I don't want to have this right now. And you know what? It's fine. Everybody's learning in their own space. And I know for me, if I had not turned it off when I was a kid, it would have been bad. So I'm happy where I am now. I'm happy for the work that I've done. I'm grateful to be able to share that experience with all of you. I never hold other people to any kind of standard because we're all just trying to figure it out. So be yourself. We all have different Claire abilities, and that is so very cool. You know, you can work on them a lot, or you don't have to work on them at all. It's all entirely what you want. And that's the beautiful thing about life. We have choices in this. That went on a kind of rant, I guess. It wasn't a rant. It was more of like a, we are okay. We are different and the same. Like, we are okay. My dog's doing cute things. Yes. Such a spud. There you go. She's like, don't shine the light on me. How do you practice your clairs? A lot of really good questions. I'm going to keep turning these over to Emily with Like Her Words, just because she has a great playlist talking about, one, it's one of my favorites. It's the board, here's a psychic thing to do. But it's practicing it like a game, and I love that. She explains the clairs more over there. I have thought about making playlists about the clairs, and really the reason why I haven't is, one, I have a lot of ghost content to put out there. Like, I've got a lot of things to catch up on. So when it comes to building abilities, like I always, you know, pass the mic over to her because she's got great ways of describing them. That's Liker of Words. I also have lives with her. Those are on my website. Well, they're on my YouTube, and that's Quirks and Conjure. It's linked in my bio. And we go over a lot of this stuff, and it's fascinating. Her name is Liker of Words, LIKEROFWORDS. I win. And I follow her, and yeah, I've tagged her in a few videos when we're going live and that sort of thing. I love how people are... I love it. People are like, Rupert's hiding. Yes, he's still around. Jimothy went up to play with the dog, to play with Millie the puppy. And Jay's upstairs with Millie the puppy as well. I'm going to be reposting this live on my YouTube tomorrow, I think. And you can check out Millie the puppy and what's going on with her. Someone says they don't know what to say to a ghost. Real quick. For those who are just joining, we're fostering a puppy because we're figuring some things out. We have to take her to the vet tomorrow. Somebody found her.
She's mine.
We're fostering a puppy until we know more things for certain. Jay just yelled out, he's mine. She's mine. My birthday's tomorrow. The answering on don't know how to cross over. Okay. So in past life regressions, and this is actually going to be in my book for Mary's life, as in the life that I, in the physical, knew Rupert, which that regression is also online. It's on my YouTube. It's on Myra's YouTube as well, or primarily on Myra's YouTube, but we talk about it, soul science and hypnosis. Anywho, I regressed. This wasn't during that regression, but I was able to, once again, I had the phone number, and I called the spirit phone number on how to get back to that life. And I saw what happened after Mary passed. And once again, this is in the book, which if you want information on when the book comes out, sign up for my newsletter on my website. She had a choice to make. And for a little while, she denied it. And I don't entirely know how much time that was in our timeline. But she was a ghost for a little bit. And I was able to remember that in my regression. Or the other regression that I did for writing. But from that experience, I would say you have to let go of, and it's a personal decision. You can't shove any spirit into the light. Like, they have to decide, or whatever you call it. I know with Mary, she was very confused because we're all collected by those we love unless we run away from them. And she had a duck that came to get her because she knew the duck in life. And Rupert wasn't there. And so she thought that he had just left. Her understanding was that if he had passed, he would come to collect her. But in reality, he was denying the fact that he had passed, and he was in a loop to try and find her. And so the reason why she crossed over was she was like, oh, well, I guess I'll see him in, the next life or in heaven or whatever. And the experience that I felt as Mary crossing over was just releasing attachments to the physical plane. So to understand what's important, what's not anymore. And then just to let go. And I'll tell you from that experience, from what I was remembering, it was warm and it smelled like flowers. And I remember when I got into a place where I as Mary was able to slow down enough, there was a voice behind me that said, come. And Mary, myself, kept saying, no. I've got to wait. Like, he's got to be somewhere. And so the voice said, choose. And I went back and forth on that, and I felt like the voice behind me, the light, was getting farther because I was attached to the physical. But then when I finally was like, there's no reason for me to stay, as in Mary, and this is after she was passed, by the way, she's in spirit at this point, a ghost, she was just like, oh, okay, well, I have no reason. So, yeah. And so the voice changed from choose to come. And what I remember was there was this like wispy light, like this kind of wispy fog kind of thing, and it was coming around me, and it was like kind of moving the vision out around me. And all I had to do was turn around and see. And then I passed over. I crossed over. So that's that story. That was my personal regression from Mary. I don't know everybody's story. I feel like all spirits have this choice to make, and they don't have to make it if they don't want to. Some of them want to stick around, and it's okay, because they have things to stay around for, and that's also beautiful. Yeah, people are like, whoa, that'll be in my book. And it'll be explained a lot better when I'm typing, because I'm much better at typing words than I am like speaking them live. Yay, I'm glad that was helpful. Yeah, thanks for all the support on the book. Somebody asked earlier, kind of changing the vibe on this, am I doing anything for my birthday? I'm going to catch up on emails tomorrow morning. I've got a video that I'm going to be releasing at noon Eastern Standard Time, just kind of like a year in review since my last birthday. And then after that, I'm taking a break from emails and other consultations. I have not had a week off since I moved back to Wilmington, so I'm really excited about that, just to let myself I guess regenerate or be in my own energy. I'm still going to do some lives. I'm really excited about those, so check the live schedule. But tomorrow night, I don't know what he's making because we still never decided on it, but Jay's going to make dinner. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but yeah. He's going to make dinner. A good friend of ours is coming over, and I believe she made me a cake. I'm very excited for that. And yeah, we're just gonna hang out. And then Tuesday night, I'm gathering with 2 other friends, and we're gonna watch a movie. And this weekend, I'm going to Greensboro with Jay and Sorsha and John, and we'll probably check out some haunted spots. And otherwise, we're going to the Greensboro Science Center, which I'm super excited about. Thanks for the gifts, everybody. It's an aquarium and zoo and science center. It's like one of my favorite places. We'll go to Terra Blue, which is my favorite metaphysical shop out there. Tate Street Coffee is like my first love of a coffee shop. I love it so much. And I think we're gonna go to Old Salem, which I follow them. I recommend following them. They make great content. But it's a merchant village from the 1700s. It was settled by Moravians. And it's so well preserved. It's an incredible place. I cannot recommend it enough. It's called Old Salem. It's in Winston-Salem. So yeah, we're having a week of history and friends in small spaces, and of course lives. I'm doing a live with Sorsha on Wednesday. We're gonna talk about Hermes because a lot of you had questions about Hermes, and I was like, I don't know all the things that I should. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Like that is what I'm doing. That's the phrase, right? Thank you, Rupert. Okay. He was just like so Are the boys going? Absolutely. I didn't realize this at the time. For Thanksgiving, Jimothy and Rupert went back with us, and I didn't realize that it meant so much to Rupert in particular. Like, Jimothy had been back there because we had parked the bus on my family farm throughout the pandemic. And yeah, I found out later that, once again through the regression and writing the book, that Rupert always wanted to leave Wilmington with Mary and head west. And when we say west, I mean, it was colonial times, so we're talking like maybe to the foothills. Like, that's about as far as it went. And pretty much, I mean, she never agreed. And then finally, when she got to a place where she could agree, too much had happened. And he had been murdered. So when I invited him to like go have Thanksgiving, essentially, I didn't realize at the time that it meant so much to him, because he was just like, he told me later that's always what he wanted to do with Mary. And here I am, I guess, breaking karmic ties and being like, well, do it with me and my family. You know, like, yeah, foothills are beautiful. I love the Piedmont, North Carolina. I love North Carolina in general. It is not perfect. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, but I do love the state. I didn't have to come back here. I was living up in DC for a while, and I had opportunities in Atlanta and New York, and no, I decided to come back to North Carolina. So here I am. I do travel. Pre-pandemic, I traveled a lot, which is good. Always get your perspective. Always understand. And it's been so cool meeting people online. I really look forward to a day where I can meet more people through travels and to have it be safe. So, did I go to school in DC? No, I just moved there. It's an emerging market for theater, and it was between that and Philly, and I was just like, yep, gonna try that. And DC is a cool place, though you need to fully understand all of it in order to decide whether you really like it or not. There's a lot to DC that is a great representation of the reality of this country, and you won't find those in the tourist areas. So it's I lived in a very poverty-stricken area, and so I faced houselessness and food insecurity while I was there, and I learned a lot, and I learned a lot about community, and I learned a lot about who I was and who I wanted to be. And yeah, it was a lot of testing, and at the same time, I'm so glad that I went. And I'm so glad to have that perspective. So that's that. Oh, thanks. Tough yet kind. Have I ever thought about getting paid to do readings? I actually do. My mediumship-led consultations, I tap into the energy around you and any guides that you may want to be interested in, asking questions, or past loved ones, or even ghosts in your home, or who might be following you, energies that might be following you. I call them consultations because I've had a lot of experience with readings that don't, like in the past with some people that I've gone through, I feel like I get a reading and I get some perspective, but I don't know what to do with it. So I say it's mediumship-led consultations because I want to work with people to build their own skill set, to connect with their own spirit folks, and to go from there. I want people to have homework. I give homework after every consultation because I'm like, nah, it's great to get perspective and to ask for help from other people. A lot of us can ask ourselves. If we just trust ourselves, we can trust our guides, those around us, that sort of thing. So I do the consultations. I also do stone dowsing, which is a kind of reading. It's for like past, present, future connections. I also do quick chats. So the quick chats are by far the cheaper option. They go for 15 or 30 minutes. And you can just ask me questions. That's the cool thing. It's not so much me tapping in on a mediumship level, but if you're like, hey, I think I might be clairaudient because sometimes I hear stuff, and you want to run it past somebody, and then if you want to get tools and tips and tricks, and for somebody who's learning, I'm not so far removed from all of this. I've also blocked my gifts over the years and then had to reopen them. So I'm not this person that I'm like, oh, I've always seen and I've always had these experiences and it's always been so easy for me. No, for most of us, we do not have that life path. So I think one of the things that makes me, cool, I don't know, is that I'm learning too. And I'm constantly learning from other people and sharing that knowledge. And I think we're all stronger together if we, open up and we're in good understanding of each other. So that's that. So yeah. Yeah, Aquarians! Huzzah! Thanks for following, everybody. Somebody asked if I take song requests. I will not right now, just because I do plan on posting this on YouTube and I do not want to be flagged for copyright infringement. I'll tell you all this. I created a secondary account just because I have many, many interests outside of paranormal things, and my For You page on this account was all spirituality and paranormal stuff, which is great. I wanted to see those who I was following again. So I created this other account. It's called Rebekah Sings Stuff. And I'm not looking to, go crazy on that. I posted like one video for fun with me singing, but it's mainly my account to see artists again and see circus performers again and dancers and singers and just, be all the other sides of me. So yeah, if anybody wants to follow that, that's what that is. The song isn't copyrighted, so it's prior to like 1920. If I know it. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the compliments on my voice. So, yeah. Rupert is still around. What is the at? Okay, I'll write it real quick. It is, and I might also go live from that account just to give you double perspective on, like, if I'm if I'm gonna do pendulum work or like investigative stuff and it's just me and I want 2 different perspectives, I may go live from that account, just so that you can get 2 different cameras. So Rebekah sings stuff. Ooh. Did I put 2 S's between sings and stuff? Well, you'll get the idea. Good news is it's not like I have a bunch of scammers following that account. So that's the good news. Rupert, you're getting much love. He's like, from the internet, people. Yes, from the internet, people. Yeah, people are all saying hello. They are saying nice things about you. He's like, do they know me? Yeah. Yeah, but everybody's saying so many nice things about Rupert. Let's see. Desire a career apart from being a soldier. Yeah, he was he would have wanted to be an architect. He wanted to come to the States and become an apprentice to an architect. I found out he was very good at math. So that's very helpful. My favorite tea? I like a lot of tea. Like, you can't go wrong with Earl Grey. I do love Earl Grey. I've been having some jasmine green tea recently that I really like. And occasionally I like a nice floral. You know, something nice. Thanks for asking. What's Molly into recently? A guy. That's all I can say, because I also know him in spirit and I need to get both of their permission in order to share that story. He always pays, even though they're spending a lot of time together. Like, a lot of time together. Rupert knows him too, and he's just like, maybe not tell their business to everyone. Okay, cool. It's not Jimothy, by the way. Rupert knows other spirits. It's no one that I've introduced on this channel. Let's see. Does Rupert always kind of look like he's standing guard? He takes a lot of pride in his posture. So if that's standing guard, maybe. But that means a lot to him. If you ghosts get married, hey, I thought I knew things and now I don't think I know nearly as much as I used to. So, I don't know. If something happens and ghosts get married, I will be the first to tell you, so long as it's with their consent and blessing. So, we need more Ruperts. I'd say Jay's a good one.
I'm a good Rupert?
Well, no, you're a good Jay.
I'm a good Rupert.
No, you're a good Jay.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm a good Rupert. I can provide for you that way. I'm a good Rupert. I'm a good Rupert.
I like you as you. No, I like you as you.
Yes.
Also, you made Rupert snicker hard on that one. He was like...
You was spelled R-U-P-E-R-T, I know.
No! Are you enjoying time with the pup?
It's a problem. I'm having so much fun. And I sent that to all the fun people in Bloody Hell, and they're all, like, screaming. I thought everybody would appreciate this. We have a friend on the message feed I'm talking about.
Set it back for a little bit.
I sent her the photos of the puppy and playing, and the puppy was up there on my lap,
We're
just
fostering.
passed out. Yeah, fostering for now, not for too much longer. But sent them the photos, and one of them immediately started crying. The other one yelled at me.
Is that the message that was happening?
The other one yelled at me and said, "Jay, I'm ovulating. My body's telling me I need to have a child. Why are you doing this?" That was Jay's.
Great.
Thought you would appreciate it. I want to know what comments say, actually.
There's always a little bit of lag. with the comments on when they come through. Yeah, people are just saying, oh my God, hi. Where did I learn to sing? Many years of practice.
I'm going back up.
Yeah, some people are like TMI. Yes, I agree. Why did you share that with a bunch of people, Jay?
Because it's hilarious.
Maybe not share who it was. Just saying.
Humor.
Take that to your own lives. Your idea of humor. A house tour, so we have not unpacked most everything yet. Basically, we live in this room, and I'm in my office, and we're in our bedroom. That's mostly it. However, oh great, now people are taking Jay's side. That's fine. I keep him around. He's good. Oh, I don't know when Jay's going live again. We had to move out of the bus because both of us are taking a lot of online meetings, and you can't take meetings on top of each other in an 8x20 space. We were having to leave and go outside, and it's really cold to be doing that this time of year. Yeah, it's yeah, this is actually an electric thing we got from Walmart, but it also heats. So I'm glad you like it. But yeah, I miss the tiny life. I might go back to it someday. But with the way my life is headed, it's yeah, life is wild, but I'm really happy to be back downtown. I'm back where I belong. So, did something just move on the mantle? Psh, it might have. If you saw a reflection from the mirror, that could have been somebody. Yeah. So how about this? I will show you, just because we've gone about an hour and a half. This has been fun. I will show you the house that's been finished, and I will show you the pupper. Or I should say the puppy. I always call Mira the pupper. So we have the pupper and the puppy. Yeah, people are like, pupper. Okay, so I will have to turn off the ring light. Oh, wow, I can see again. Oof, did I even need that ring light that much? Goodness. Hey, Jay, I'm gonna come up. Well, anybody see Rupert? So it's not super messy, but let me see. How do I flip the screen? I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna do this. So, this is our den. That's where we spend a lot of our time. Yes, I was sitting on beanbag chairs because when you're an adult, you can buy beanbag chairs and make it real for yourself. There is Mira. She is the best potato. Yes, you are. Tell all your fans you are the best potato. Yes, okay. But yeah, that's where we hang out. We have a projector to watch movies, like right over there. And most all of this is all secondhand. We cleansed most of our secondhand stuff, except for the thing that was really bad news bears. I'm not going to show it to you now. I'm actually probably going to do a live or a recording at least, where you all get to see me take something out of a haunted thing, but it's in there, like over there. Jay got it, and he was kind of flustered when he bought it, so he didn't do an energetic check to see if there was bad vibes with it, and there were bad vibes with it. So I'll probably post that on YouTube. But right now we sealed it into the piece using some of his sigil work. So the good news is, if you do buy haunted objects, you can fix your problems. You just have to know how. And that's why I have cleansing videos up on my YouTube, if anybody wants to check those out. Okay, so this is kind of dirty because, yeah, there's a blue light. It's kind of dirty because, Mira! We just came back from Target for getting a little doggo stuff. This is the stairwell. If our house spirits are going to hang out anywhere, it's here. And I don't mean Jimothy and Rupert. We've met 2 of them, and they're lovely. The cats also like to hang out here, too. So we're going to go upstairs. Mira, do you want to come? It's so funny. Roger regularly is, like, on the stairs and is, like, looking at the spirits. It's great. Not much to see in the bedroom. We do have this nook, which I love. And then...
I'm using it now, yeah.
And there's the pupper. There's the little puppy. Hello. Hello. Look at you. Look at you. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Do you want to come back? There you are. That's Millie.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. What a little fuzzball. Yeah, look at you. It's her first time wearing a collar. So, okay. And then Mira's like, and attention from me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'll come back into the light. Come into the light.
Come into the light.
Let's see. I'm gonna place you here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get her.
Oh, wait. I want to show you my office. I'm gonna show you my office. Okay. Turning on light. And then there was light. So I'm an adult and I do all my work in a tent. So if you book a consultation with me, or some of my videos are also in the tent. That's my, what is that called? You walk on it. Consultation with me, or some of my videos are also in the tent. That's my, what is that called? You walk on it, and that's where I answer a lot of emails because I want to stay active even when I'm editing or answering emails or that sort of thing. I have that's all the things that I'm going to release on video and stuff throughout the month. I'm really excited to have that organization. And then I have like my daily to-do and my affirmations and things to do when I need a break. And the thing I really want to show you was, this is my wall of folks who have either sent me stuff or sent me cards. Like this one is hand painted and I just got it today from my P.O. box. So let's see, I've got Lisa's card up here and I have Samantha and this is Morgan. And then I have the little, these are when people have given me gifts from my Amazon gift list. So yeah, I have them on this wall and yeah, this is all gonna be altar space too for Hermes and Hecate. I've already got some things up for them already, but I also have like the stuff that I use. This is what I used to cover my top of the head for channeling. And I'm relearning how to play the piano again. That was my Christmas present from Jay. So yeah, very exciting. Oh, I'll show you the tent. It's kind of dark in there because the ring light usually goes in there. But that's my tent. And it, once again, as usual, lights. Hello, puppy. Hello, Millie. Yes, say hello to people. Okay. I hope nobody's getting like seasick from, or like motion sickness from watching me like move the camera that much. Thank you. All the lovely compliments. Okay, I'm gonna put this here for a little bit.
Well.
And
oh, girl.
Look at this.
She's so excited.
Come here.
Mira, come here. You can enjoy this too.
You're the big popper.
Oh.
Yeah. You're the big popper.
Nope, give me that belly. We're gonna get that belly. We're gonna get them rubs. I love how she completely freezes when I do this. She's just like, ugh.
I think this is gonna be the rest of the live. Just like, here's some
Puppers.
doggos.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Roger shows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That collar's so big.
I know, and that's why
It's
it's
so
funny.
big.
Oh. Come on, there we go.
Yeah.
Y'all see this giant monster? It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so are you, Miss
Mwah.
Kira.
Go say hi to
You're
everybody.
very beautiful.
Nope. She's got that, not only like that puppy 80, it's she was going for her bowl again that she kept trying to chew. No, ma'am.
I mean, let her chew it. Whatever. It's better she chew that than
I
furniture.
guess, yeah. See?
Where's her other chew thing?
I gave it to her. She
Did you put
shunned
food in
it.
it?
No,
You gotta put food in it.
makes sense. But yeah, no, she's doing that like puppy ADHD thing where it's not even just ADHD, it's goldfish syndrome. It's delightful.
I feel like this is a look at our true family because we have Puppy, Pupper, Podge is over there, and then I feel like Jimothy's he likes sitting in that chair. Yeah. It's nice in the mornings. I walk by and I'm like, "Good morning, Jimothy." He's like, "Morning."
We have 3 gingers, 2 brunettes, and 2 blondes.
Wow. Yeah, we're just collecting folks, aren't we?
Yeah. Of all persuasions.
So, yeah.
Oh, is it so?
Hey, shh.
Honey, what's up with your lip?
We have to train.
Yeah. She's only like, we think 3 months old.
Maybe, yeah.
Taking her to the vet tomorrow so we'll be able to tell everything. You're going to block the whole way?
Yep.
You're going to block the whole way?
Yep.
I can't read any of those.
Yeah, I can't read it either. Anywho.
Yeah, go nuts. I gotta get back to work.
Oh, I'm going to, I'm actually going to end this because, one, Puppy and Puppers. Is that right, Miss Ma'am? What? Okay. Another good shot of Mira. Yeah. Yeah. And of Millie. Okay. Anywho, thanks for joining me for my pre-birthday bash. I wanted to do this to answer questions for folks. Remember, if you have questions or you're looking for longer content, you can check out my Q&A playlist. You can check out Liker of Words Q&A playlist or her playlist in general. I am on YouTube as Quirks and Conjure. I am also on the web as quirksandconjure.com. And oh my goodness.
Look at those legs.
I just... Anywho, so yeah, I recommend, I would love to see you over there for my content. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for those who have mailed things to me. I'm so excited to be doing more lives this week and then to be doing the live with Molly next week. So, yeah, I'll catch you again sometime. Bye.